HooHooHooRobin.
You're listening to Opie and Anthony. On the virus. Sirius XM.
All right, this is very, very cool. We got Brian Regan in studio, and he's sticking around, and we're very happy that he is. Don't forget, Brian Regan's going to be on Letterman this Friday night.
Mr.
And a legend is now
Conway.
walking in the studio.
That's young Travis right there.
Wow.
Hi, Tim Conway. Anthony, how are you,
Tim
sir?
Conway.
There's Opie.
A pleasure, sir.
Hi, Opie.
All right, buddy.
There's, of course, Jim Norton.
Hi, Tim.
Jim.
If you want to sit down, we're on, too.
Comic, and of course,
and that's Brian Regan
another
over
comic
there.
over here, Brian Regan. Take a seat right there in the middle.
Nice to see me, isn't it?
Yeah,
The
it certainly is,
seat
sir.
of,
It really is nice to
The
see you.
seat of honor right there.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Tim Conway.
Who would have
right
thought?
here. I know. Who would have
was
thought?
dead.
You know,
Cool.
who would have thought? I was just watching McHale's Navy recently.
yeah.
All those shows
Yeah.
making a resurgence on like Me TV and other cable channels all over. There's my God. That was quite politically incorrect for nowadays. But back then, you could have the hijacked Japanese guy on the ship with you. Yeah, no one cared.
The Jap.
The Jap, they call it. Yeah, they would. It was amazing. But what a funny, slapsticky show.
Yeah, it was pretty much like the real Army.
Right, just like it, right? During World War II, they were doing that stuff. Hijinks and shenanigans with old lead bottom.
Yeah, I was in the Army for 2 years and 2 weeks. When you're court-martialed, they put that time on the...
They've actually add that on. Oh, that's handy.
I was on guard duty one night, and I knew the lieutenant was coming around, and it's the most boring thing to sit there from 12 to 6 in the morning with nothing to do. So I left my post, as you should never do, and I went in the back of a car and took a little nap, and I forgot when I got out my rifle, which the Army is really annoying about that.
Yeah, I would
They give
assume.
you a rifle and they say clean it, sleep with it, and all that crap. Anyway, so I had to go on my post as our guard duty, and the lieutenant was supposed to come around, and I realized I didn't have a rifle. So I went in the trash bin and picked out a long neon tube light, and as he came around the corner, I said, "Halt, advance, and be recognized. Give me your name, rank, and serial number." And he started to do that, and he looked at me and he said, "What is that?" And I said, "It's a light bulb, and if you come any closer, I'll turn it on." So I spent another 2 weeks.
Another 2 weeks in the
Painting
service.
rocks, yeah.
was there anything you guys wanted to do on Carol Burnett that you couldn't do because of network standards? Or things that they wouldn't let her do? Because 67, 68 or whatever was a lot different than today.
I'm sorry, you spoke a little too fast.
I do that a lot whenever.
No, we had no trouble with that at all. Well, Carol used to swear a lot on air, but for the most of us...
I remember that. It
Yeah.
was shocking as a child to hear F-bombs being dropped like that.
Yeah.
Embarrassed the whole...
No, we never had trouble with that.
Did you guys go out live? Or was it a pre-tape?
It's hard to go out dead. I swear to God. Yes. No, we were live. Yeah. Everything was live in those days. Well, this is live, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
But
unfortunately.
there's something that feels really frightening about going out live like that, and I guess it also, whatever the moment is, you kind of have to go with it.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Just wanted to explain to Tim Conway how comedy was done. What's wrong with me? Why don't I shut up?
I wasn't listening.
How'd you get involved with Carol back
I
then?
met her once.
Not you.
Oh.
I was on the Gary Moore show in New York, and she happened to be on the Gary Moore show at the same time. And so when she got her own show, she said, "I never want to have Tim Conway on the show."
Yeah,
so,
keep him off.
I showed up anyway, and she liked what I did, so I was there 11 years.
Wow, you were there right from the start, right?
Yeah. Well, no, they didn't know it, but I was.
Oh, okay. You were kind of lurking behind the scenes. Waiting?
Yeah, I was pretty much... Well, the first year I guested for 3 shows, and then they did 33 shows a year, and I did 32. I would and then I would save that last week in case I was a guest host on somebody else's show, and they said, "This is stupid, do all 33." And I said, "Well, I have to leave that week open." And then I would do their show.
What were you doing before?
I was guest on their show.
Before the television part of your career? What?
I wanted to be a jockey, so I was
that's nice.
Randall Park in Cleveland, trying to do that, but of course at this weight, even the horse is getting it off. You could have been a jockey, for God's sake.
You think so?
Yeah.
Where my comedy career is going, I might as well give it a shot.
That's what you're going to be plugging next time.
Yeah, right. Exactly. I'll be at Belmont in the third race.
Jim Norton's going to be over at Churchill Downs. Wow.
Yeah, because I wonder how you got into television. How would you make the jump from? Were you doing what type of comedy were you doing outside of television?
I was dyslexic, so when I got up to read, people would laugh at me, and they thought that was hysterical. So eventually that led to my just entertaining people.
That's bullying now.
Yeah, isn't it, though? Yeah.
And that started your career.
Yeah.
So bullying's good, kids.
Bullying is good.
I think bullying is good, yeah.
It gives people ambition.
Right.
Advanced my career.
Yes.
How did you remember? Because we interviewed Henry Winkler, and we got it out of him that he did play the Fonz. I mean, we're a top-notch show. How did you?
It's hard to get him on that. Right?
He just won't ever. He never admits it. But we got the thumbs up. It was an amazing moment for us. But he said for dialogue that he would just get the gist of it, and because he had the problem memorizing dialogue because of dyslexia. So what did you do when you had to go after? How would you memorize?
He
dialogue?
used to go, yeah. He said, no, Fonz.
That was the original line, and he went, hey, and they're like, all right, we'll go with it.
Screw it, right?
Yeah, the Zonf was his original name.
So hard to get him to talk about that.
Yeah, get him out of his shell.
I'm sorry, I forgot the question. But
How would you memorize dialogue, or what would you do if would you just read it and slowly, or what would your thing be to memorize?
I have a photographic. What the hell?
Camera?
It wasn't that difficult, actually.
I heard Gleason had that. You could actually look at a script once or twice, and you're pretty off book with it.
Who?
Gleason.
Yeah.
He gets you. He keeps nailing Jimmy with these things. Who? Say what?
I love it.
It's fine.
My God.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I forgot the question. And you.
I'm very unforgettable. I really am. I fade like invisible ink as you look at me. No, what was the? I forgot it
Take
too.
your time.
Oh, do you really have a photographic memory?
No.
No.
It was kind of a joke.
Oh, I didn't.
Actually, yeah.
I know you're very
pretty
deadpan.
sharp, I'll tell you.
Did you really want to be a jockey?
Yes, I did.
See, I never know when you're kidding. You brought this on yourself.
That's part of the.
This weight, even the horses has to get off. Did I say that already?
You certainly did, but it's all right.
Not quite like that. It was delivered differently.
As you did, Yes, I did, and I only weighed 105 pounds, so that was no problem at the time. And my dad was training horses. Well, he was cleaning up crap. So yes, that was my goal in life.
Wow.
But falling off as much as I did, people get annoyed when they bet on your horse and you come across the finish line and you're not on the horse.
The jockey falls off the horse, yeah. Because that's pretty much your bet's done. At that point, you lose.
Yeah.
So when you would, did you, and I know this is such a dumb question, but the greatest fear is you're going to forget a line, and on going out on live television, it's very frightening that you're going to forget something and blow the scene for everybody, right?
Yes, it is.
Good. No. We'll be right back after this, ladies and gentlemen. Tim Conway is breaking down and crying. My deep question.
Now, is this your first day? It isn't your first day, is it?
No, it is actually. Yes. I won a contest. They said interview somebody you know nothing about.
Very well. You really are.
He's doing amazing. What a good job.
Yeah.
I wouldn't worry about it. And it was an ensemble cast, of course. Was there any? Because you hear about like SNL and the people are very competitive there and stuff. Was there any competition between you guys on Carol Burnett as far as who got to go out?
We're going to ignore you now.
I don't blame you. I mean, after that crack question, you're an ensemble cast. How come you don't jump all over him for his awful observations? Wow, you noticed that Carol and Harvey were there with Tim?
Don't blow my candle out to try to make you look brighter.
What brighter? I don't have one lit. A pile of wax.
Last day. Again, I forgot the question.
Oh, jeez.
Here's the answer.
Yeah.
No, there wasn't.
No competition.
No competition.
Just
whatsoever.
love.
I was a much better performer than her.
Well, of course. Of course.
There's no question about that.
Yeah, Harvey, of course. Did they all start at the same time? Because I guess they brought Vicki Lawrence on a little later.
Vicki was on the original foursome, whatever it was.
Oh, well then, screw me running.
Yeah.
Again, another...
Yeah, you really don't know the time frame.
You don't have any of the facts correct.
Well, that's why I'm going to read Tim Conway's What's So Funny.
It's all in here.
Which is the book. It's right here in this very book. What's So Funny by Tim Conway.
Put that thing away.
And this... what is this? What is this? Your entire career? Because it's a little thin.
I don't know. I haven't read it. But I'm looking forward to it.
It looks. It's good. Tim is doing some signings.
Oh wow!
If you want,
really?
Yeah. Let's.
He doesn't even know about this.
What is that?
It's
you just go down and sign.
Yeah, he's just going to sign some books with some people. And tomorrow, October the 29th, the book review in Huntington, Long Island. Great independent bookstore.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
You finally made it, Tim.
November 8th
The big signing at
Vroman's bookstore.
If you're not doing anything, you want to come down?
Oh.
Maybe
I'm busy.
Banter.
That'd be nice.
No, I am actually doing nothing.
Really?
I'm happy to go.
I can understand that.
I'd be happy to go to your book signing.
That would be cool.
Is this your first day here?
It certainly is.
Oh,
Tim just hurting everybody's feelings.
He makes people laugh on television and then just insults people and makes them feel bad about themselves in real life.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh, Jimmy, you okay?
You
okay?
Yeah, I can't believe you're 79.
Going to be 80 this year, Tim.
I'm 80 this year.
Wow.
December.
That follows 79. 80.
Yeah. Well, he's still sharp, too.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's an illustrious career.
Got it. You know,
of course.
Important thing.
What are you working on these days?
Nothing.
Aside from that, nothing.
No, it's over for me.
No.
This is my last show.
Sorry to hear that.
I wanted to close with this.
Yeah, with this, and that whole career just culminates on this very program.
Hold on. Good question coming up.
Oh, here we go.
Look at this.
All
Look
right.
at this. He came around.
Yeah.
I was a fan of Mr. Tudball and Mrs. Wiggins.
Yes.
And the amazing thing about Mr. Tudball was how slowly you did everything. And were you... Is it frightening to go so slowly and not rush the laugh or rush the moment?
I guess the good question is after this one?
Yes, this was one to get him going. That was a shit question. And then the follow-up one is a zinger. Please, I don't tell him my method. It's an amazing method.
That's... again, I forgot the question, but yes.
I finally understand what Jimmy was saying, though.
Yes.
You want to kind of the comic timing of the whole thing. You kind of it would make you a little nervous to have to do things so slowly and pull the audience along with you like that until it gets funny.
To allow that to breathe.
Right.
Yeah.
Again, explaining comedy to the great Tim Conway.
Well, I'm more asking because that's a very frightening thing to allow. Because I tend to just rush.
Well, when you get a script like that, I mean, does it say that you're going to be moving slowly, or do you look at the script?
Who is this?
Mystery person.
Who is this? Tim, you're
I wanted to
saying...
participate. I wanted to be in on this.
No one wants to talk in this room right now.
Do you read the script? and then decide that you're going to, hey, I'm going to do this guy really slowly, or was this suggested to you?
I don't see this going well. No, Tim.
Take some of the heat off Jim.
Thanks, Brian. Back to just listening. So, Jim, what do you think?
Brian dove on the grenade there and just blew his guts out.
Wow. Trying to at least disperse.
That was actually my good question, so I'm happy you threw it out there.
Oh, boy.
Hey, during McHale's Navy, were you able to actually go out on a battleship or a destroyer like that?
Actually, it was cardboard.
It was cardboard.
The one we.
I remember the cardboard
track underneath.
It was.
So yeah.
So it moved that way.
Really.
So when it pulled away from the dock, it was just going on a little railroad track.
Going out into the middle.
But just because you were on the show, like you never got to, like when Tom Cruise did Top Gun, they took him up in the plane to show him what it was like.
Well, that was Tom Cruise. Yeah.
They never took you out on a battleship or a...
No.
Oh, man.
No, I never had anything to do with it. I was in the Army for
you were, okay.
much too long.
Was it during the big one?
Big what?
A hernia. Anything like that? It was during the...
Yeah. Give everybody a trust, and you march down the Main Street on Memorial Day.
So I guess it was a little after WW2?
Oh, yes.
So you lucked out.
I waited for that to cool down.
Yeah.
That could have been...
what an understatement. To cool down.
That global conflict. To cool down.
Yeah. That's an understatement. So you were between wars.
Yes.
That's nice.
Very much so. And you?
I just wanted to just listen.
That's good. He jumps in once in a while.
I've never been in the military.
That's good for radio.
Yeah. We allow everything to breathe a little bit.
We like silence on the radio. Wow. So, okay, you're in the military. What? Some kind of motor pool guy? I picture you in the motor pool.
I was in special services, actually.
Oh, that sounds very secretive.
Yeah.
What is special services?
I don't know. I had the combination to a safe, and I would open it in the morning and shut it at night. And I was in charge of that safe.
Probably big secrets about the Cold War.
Oh, yes. Well, we had we assigned people in Seattle to overseas, to Japan, and there was no conflicts or anything. So, because the Japanese were okay.
Imagine some guy watching television. He sees you on the Cal Burnett show and goes,
that's what I'm
that guy had access to the nuclear codes and didn't even know it.
I had access to the entire strength in the South Pacific.
Of the South Pacific,
and
really?
I used to leave the safe open at night sometimes, and I would go home sweating.
Why not?
Yeah.
But, doesn't matter. You knew McHale.
That worked out. We weren't attacked.
Yeah.
I met you years. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I'm going to try it again.
Jimmy.
I met you.
You want to get close.
I just really do. I just want to be frank with Tim Conway. That's not happening.
Yeah, well, that isn't happening.
I met you and Harvey Korman together. You were doing Vegas. I was on the Late Show with Dice.
Oh, yeah.
You were on the early show.
Funny guy, yeah.
Yeah, me and Florentine were on the Late Show. I'm saying Florentine. I'm just throwing him into this. And we didn't get to see you and Harvey because the tickets were sold out and we couldn't get tickets.
And
they wouldn't comp us. So
we could see your show anytime.
There's plenty of seats. You could have laid down in the front row in a sleeping bag and just enjoyed it.
Oh, my God.
Tim Conway is a mean little bastard.
Oh, my God.
No, I do remember those days.
It was only about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
What were you doing? Were you doing stand-up or were you just doing sketches?
I don't think it's any of your business. What were we doing? Yeah, stand up. Well, sit down wasn't in vogue then. So, you don't mind if I blow my nose?
I'd prefer it. No, please. It's one time you're not being mean.
Until he wipes it on you.
Can you hold it?
Yeah.
Just throw some flu at you.
You dropped some dollar bills, sir.
Oh, that was just a napkin.
Jimmy.
All right. Let's see.
Later. keep saying, what are all these names you have there?
These are all. This is your IMDb.
IMDb.
Yes.
What does that mean?
Yeah. Internet Movie Database.
Oh, my
that's
gosh.
that's the history of everything you possibly could have done on television and movies.
Pretty
And
impressive.
you memorize this, obviously, because you want to talk about a lot of these shows.
I did,
There must
actually.
be 50 or 60 things there.
There's a lot more than that if you go back to the other page.
You did a lot.
You were in Speed 2. I'd like you to talk about that.
Okay, well, did you see Speed 1?
I did.
Yes, of
well,
course.
it was pretty much the same thing. They just played it again.
But in the water.
Yeah.
It was the big the boat, of course,
Yeah.
of course. There were a lot of shows back in the 50s and 60s that featured comedians.
A lot of shows.
There were a lot.
50s
They started
and
them.
60s.
I think everything on television was a show, pretty much. And they featured a lot of comedians. You know, if you look at Dick Van Dyke and, of course, what do we have? Your show of shows. Things like such.
Oh, you started it.
I know, I did start that. I
dropped off.
I'm just wondering. You don't see much of that anymore. You
No,
see, like
you
the
don't.
single comedy. You don't really see a
It's
bunch
hard
of.
to explain.
Yeah, it is very hard to explain.
Yeah.
Which I just presented. The exact thing of how difficult that actually is to grasp and put into question form. Which, of course, again, didn't even come to fruition. Never came out as a question, Tim.
Let us pray.
Tim is impossible.
Tim's book, My Life as a Horrible Person, is now on. You can get it. And there are book signings tomorrow.
Yes.
If you want to meet Tim Conway in Huntington,
Who would
New
wanna
York.
meet Tim Conway?
That's exactly my point. If you want to subject yourself to this,
Have fun.
Oh, my God.
like October 29th tomorrow in Huntington, New York, he'll be signing, and November 8th at Vroman's Bookstore in Pasadena, California, and November the 13th at the Barnes & Noble
Will
in
you
LA.
be at the one in California?
I'll be at all three of them.
Yeah,
all three
okay.
of them, just
Attaboy.
snapping
Bye.
photos and just watching people try to be friendly to you and seeing them walk away tear-stricken.
Well, I've never enjoyed a show as much as I have this one.
Oh,
We've
look at
enjoyed
that.
having you on.
That
Thank
is
you so
great.
much. Thank you.
Definitely.
I was worried this was going to be a fluff interview.
well,
no, sir.
No, not at all.
It was
put a stop
combat.
to that.
Right, exactly.
I know.
Bitingly funny.
I'm
man.
sweating.
Yeah.
Post-traumatic stress from an interview.
Really removes all those silly illusions. Remember those things we used to say, like, oh, Carol Burnett, that must have been a fun show to work on? No, sir. You can bet that wasn't the truth.
Tim Conway, thanks so much for coming in. This has just been a pleasure.
Tim's book is called What's So Funny,
it.
and
Yeah.
a comedy legend. And
I sense a wrap up here.
yeah. You were wrapping up because you just said.
No, I'm not going anywhere.
I wouldn't have ripped this off if I knew. I was just doing that to be theatrical.
Interview was going to end with an end stay out.
Oh, you're on TV too?
Yeah.
That's great.
Now, we're trying to get somebody a little friendlier coming up next. So Jake LaMotta, right after.
Well, we do have to take a break. So
We
And you should.
We should have.
Nick Offerman is
Permanent.
coming in. Do you remember this picture, Tim? I took a picture. I want to see if you remember this photo.
Yes.
that we
He
took
hasn't
together.
shown it to him yet.
Yes, it was a photo of myself and you. And do you remember I said to you, I walked up and it was Carol, Vicky, and you, and I said, I love your show, and you said, thanks.
Oh, wow. Last
Who's
nice
the
thing.
picture, man.
That's me.
You're kidding.
I'm much thinner now.
I can see that. What have you been sick or what? Oh, that's Vicky. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Of course, he's going to want you to sign
can't
that.
be you.
It is me.
Did you go on a diet or something?
I did. I've been just doing a lot of working out and stuff.
Eating better.
Eating better, going to the gym and eating
Yeah.
better.
Going to the
That's
gym.
great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, do you have any
You look a little
other,
thinner yourself, I'll be honest with you. We're having a nice moment. I'm gonna share in a nice moment with Tim Conway.
Watch
Tim,
how
you
this
look-
goes.
Good
you
luck
look-
with
Oh,
that.
it's gonna get ugly very fast.
Well, I, unlike you, have about a week left, so...
Oh, Tim.
Yeah.
Oh, God
Stop
forbid.
it. That's
God
more than we were
forbid.
hoping for.
that's all right. Let's say thanks to Tim Conway, everyone.
The great Tim Conway.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Tell him, Fred.
The Virus. Sirius XM.